soldiers was King Von.
Bruh, he was dead, bruh. If he wanted you out of there, he'll go do it himself on feet by himself. He was dead.
Something was wrong with him. That's not human, man. You're not regular, man. Nigga was the devil, man. That nigga was the devil.
Okay, so the scene starts off with Thor's giving command to the rest of these guys that came with him. Yo, are you good? Can you steer the ship? No, I'm good. This is light work. Yeah, okay, nigga. Thor says that the ship is already catching some current, so he can sit his lazy ass down for a bit. We then hear a voice that definitely doesn't sound like a grown man. I thought they had Blackstar from Soul Eater on the ship. If you know who this character is, we're automatically friends now. But to my dismay, it turns out to be Thorfinn. Wait, hold on. How did this little nigga get on the ship? See, I'm telling y'all, bro, this kid is a mischievous one to begin with. We just didn't see the signs. And Thor's was really about to put Bell to ass until he was like, man, fuck it. At this point, he's already here. I do gotta spend time with my son. Something that Deku can't relate to. So we cut to Askeladd planning the assassination on Thor's, which is impossible because this nigga's like Hemi Turner of the Seven Seas. And to my shock, Askeladd actually agreed with me on this. Yo, is it worth killing Thor's? I mean, this nigga is literally built like prime Roman Reigns. Man, what you talking about, gang? Somebody dropped their whole life savings just to kill this nigga. So unfortunately, we gotta kill this nigga. You right. So Thorfinn just wakes up and he asks Thor's if they're in England yet. But Leif tells Thorfinn that they're only halfway there, but they do gotta make a quick stop at a nearby village, which definitely doesn't look suspicious at all. I don't know about this one, Unc. Maybe y'all should keep going. One of y'all's gonna end up like Shinichi from Parasite the Maximum when he lost his masturbation arm. That nigga used to beat his meat 5 times a day, I can already tell. So the crew's about to land on the shore, but Thor's is like, nah, something ain't right. He tells Leif and they go back the other way around. See, they got nothing to worry about. Right? But nah, for real though, they get ambushed from up top. Thor's goes to protect Thorfinn from the falling debris, but the debris was mainly used to trap them in place. Thor's automatically prepares himself for the trap waiting for him, and he tells the rest of the gang to be on guard, and right on schedule, Askeladd shows up on business timing. Bro wants to collect those doubloons as soon as possible. Thor's grabs his sword and gives Thorfinn a dagger to protect himself. We cut to Bjorn eating a mushroom and telling Askeladd to let him handle this by himself. Nigga think he's Sun Jin-woo, but hold on, Thor's pulls up on some 2018 LeBron timing. At first, he knocks out about 6 people with his bare hands. Bro is quite literally a one-man army. He's walking through the ship just beating everybody's asses till Bjorn starts tweaking out like the bum you see on the street. He immediately starts friendly firing his own teammates. He lifts up 2 of his men and with the strength of Hercules, tosses them in the air. But Thor's is not impressed. When Bjorn tries to attack him, he immediately takes out one of his eyes and gives him a Mike Tyson uppercut. Mind you, he didn't even use his sword the entire time. At this point, it's just adding to his aura. So when the pirates try to fight the rest of the crew, we see Bjorn thrown like a ragdoll into the ocean. As Thor shows us that Michael Jordan vertical, finally pulling out his sword, as he proceeds to say, yo, I took out half of your goons already, y'all boys gotta go. Thor starts thinking of a game plan. There's about 30 people in front of him and he can take them on by himself. But the problem is his crew cannot defend themselves like he can. So to avoid all this, he calls out Askeladd to a 1v1. Askeladd's like, I bet, and jumps over the ship ready to fight. Fight starts, Askeladd cuts down this rope, bringing down the Jolly Roger, using it as a distraction to cut Thor's. Askeladd then dodges a kick from Thor's. Damn, you good. No wonder this nigga dropped a whole bag on your head. You're pretty strong yourself, twin, I ain't gonna lie. As Thor's rushes in clashing swords, he swings pushing Askeladd back, but he catches himself. Thor's comes in slamming his sword into the ground. So they go back to clashing swords again and Askeladd breaks his sword. He's about to end the fight, but Thor's immediately stops his momentum, picking up his sword and pointing it at his neck. Thor's then tells him to give up, but Askeladd's like, do you see my men behind me, nigga? I ain't no bitch, you're gonna have to kill me. But it turns out Askeladd had no intentions of playing fair, no sir. Bjorn starts to take Thorfinn hostage. Now Thor has to make a decision. And to my absolute horror, this man throws his sword in the water and sacrifices himself for his son. So we cut to Askeladd chilling, minding his own business, until in the corner of his eye, he sees Thorfinn looking at him like the spirit of King Von possessed him. And Thorfinn's talking about, on my life, I'll spin back for Pops, I promise you. So after these boys decimated a whole village, Thorfinn sees Askeladd sleeping like a baby. And his blood is boiling. I've never seen a kid have this much hate in their eyes ever since Gon found out Pito killed Kite. So he sees a big sword on the ground and picks it up. He goes inside ready to kill Askeladd, but he hesitates. He thinks about it for a bit and he's like, nah, I'll wait until the morning. As Thorfinn leaves, Askeladd immediately wakes up. Bro was on high alert. Morning comes around and Thorfinn challenges Askeladd to a 1v1. Askeladd wonders why Thorfinn didn't kill him in his sleep last night, and Thorfinn responds with, I am the son of Thor's. Bitch, shit like that does not run in my veins. Couldn't have said it better myself. Thorfinn rushes in, but Askeladd, being nonchalant, weaves that shit. He then tells Thorfinn to choose a smaller weapon that he could swing around. Like, dead ass, this sword is probably taller than him. So we cut to a few days later, and Thorfinn has been practicing his fighting skills with the dagger his father gave him. So he chooses to challenge Askeladd to round 2. And this shit wasn't even a damn fight. Askeladd literally just kicks bro around like he was a damn soccer ball. He then throws his dagger right back at him and tells Thorfinn that if you achieve some glory on the battlefield, then I'll reward you with a duel. Let's just hope this nigga keeps his word this time. So we cut to Thorfinn's time in the battlefield, and this nigga is murking people left and right. Seriously, he is making it look easy out there. But I don't want to glaze too much because the day arrives where he calls out Askeladd to a 1v1. Yeah, this fight better be a good one. So Thorfinn comes in almost cutting Askeladd. Askeladd weaves 2 slashes, blocks the rest, and dodges the next one, and then hits Thorfinn. But thankfully, Thorfinn gets back up so they continue to box. Thorfinn comes in and knocks Askeladd's weapon out of his hands. But just as this happens, Askeladd was about to grab his wrist. Seeing this, Thorfinn jumps back like Askeladd got the cheese touch. So Askeladd picks up his sword and does what he does best. Rage bait. Talking about some, wasn't your dad that one bum ass nigga that threw away his life to save you? And Thorfinn, hearing that, just starts crashing out, rightfully so. He rushes in with the full intent to slime him out, but Askeladd grabs his wrist and slams him to the ground. This man Thorfinn is 0 for 3 right now, and it sucks because I genuinely want to see him get his revenge. But anyways, I'm gonna end it right there. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.